I've been doing this now for about 3 years, and it's unbelievable to think it's been that long, but I love what I do. I love to be able to work with such a group of phenomenal people, whether it be in the schools or on campus. It's just a phenomenal and rewarding experience. And so I thank you for coming and joining us. And I would like to introduce you all to Muriel Gatewood, our assistant director, whom I'm sure most of you know very well, just to see if she has anything she would like to say at this time.
Can everybody hear me? Good evening, good afternoon, everyone. We're just so excited to have you here with us. Sorry if it looks like my gaze is like going back and forth. I'm trying to make sure that all of our participants are able to.
You just muted, sis.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to control this and control that. So anyways, I just want to say I'm so excited to see you all here. We are so grateful to have you here and how you're able to help our members throughout the year in their service and supporting them. We're so grateful just to be out in the Springfield community, not just in the schools, but with other organizations that have partnered with us. So I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart and even Latonia's heart. Thank you so much for all that you do. Our members, to our colleagues, our coworkers, thank you so much for all that you do. We appreciate you. So thank you.
Thank you. And so I don't know if, and I'm going to call these individuals, and I'm trying to check to see who's here yet and who's not. But these are some of the folks that have agreed to have some encouraging words, or maybe didn't realize that we were expecting them to have encouraging words. So I wanted to make sure that they saw their names. Katie, sorry, I forgot to send you an email. But we love hearing from each of you, and this is something that we do every year. So we asked President Cooper, Dr. Hill, to talk and speak from the aspect of Springfield College. Katie Coskey is our program officer at the Mass Service Alliance, a pleasure for us to work with and so helpful and making sure that we can do the work that we do and stay in alignment with our grant. So thank you, Katie. Lydia Martinez, who is the Assistant Superintendent of Springfield Public Schools. Gianna Allentuck, she is an adjustment counselor who's also a supervisor. So she is representing the supervisors on this year from Springfield Public Schools. And then Aaron Felice was nominated by his corps to be the representative. He's a current AmeriCorps member. So I hope that you're ready with something to say. You always have just what the right thing to say at the right time. And then we do have a special guest that will be joining us, Kalisa Wing, who's a renowned author and educator. She is a Virginia 2017 Teacher of the Year, the first Black woman to take on that recognition. And so we are so humbled that she has agreed to speak with us. We share her book now for the past 2 years, Weeds and Seeds, to really remind members about why they do this work and why it's important to be mindful of everything they say and do. And so we're thankful that she'll be joining us for just a few minutes to just give some encouragement and words. So at this time, I want to ask if President Cooper is on yet. If she is, if you can tune in and let us hear you. And if not, then Calvin, Dr. Hill, are you on yet?
I am. Thank you so much, Latonia.
Thank you.
Well, thank you all so much for joining this amazing end of the year celebration. The year did not end as many of us had anticipated. And I think that is a testament to who we are and what we are as a Springfield College community, as well as a strong AmeriCorps. As I always think about the Springfield College mission of education and spirit, mind, and body, and leadership and service to others, the concept of service is absolutely true in what you all do as core members. I was just on the phone with 2 of my colleagues, and we were focusing on how do we recruit out of the city of Springfield. You all are definitely a part of what we do. We understand that as we try to engage a changing and diverse community, it is absolutely critical to educate and provide our students in Springfield with the social capital that they can be successful. And you all have done just that. So thank you all for all that you do. Thank you all for all that you will continue to do. And we look forward to seeing the amazing work that each of you all will leave this program with. Thank you,
Dr. Hill. We appreciate you. And Katie, if you would like to have something to say at this time.
Hi, everyone. And thank you, Latonia, for that lovely introduction. My name is Katie Coskey, as Latonia mentioned, and I'm the program officer with Mass Service Alliance. We're the state entity that works with, that is kind of the in-between of the federal agency and local programs like Springfield College. So it is our distinct pleasure to be able to partner with and support wonderful programs like the AmeriCorps program on Springfield College campus, and also members such as yourself. Just wanted to say a quick thank you to any site partners or supervisors that are on the line, because you're such a critical part of the members' experience. Want to say thank you to Springfield College AmeriCorps program staff. This program would not exist without you and all of your hard work and determination to persevere. And most importantly, want to say thank you to the members. Each one of you that took a risk to step up and serve definitely showed that you have a commitment to not only your college campus community, but beyond that. And you're about to join a very special group of people, being AmeriCorps alums. I myself am an AmeriCorps alum, so it is a pleasure to welcome you to that wonderful family. And I just encourage you to continue doing what you've done throughout this year, to really reflect on your experiences, learn from that, and to not let your service end here today or at the end of your term of service, but to continue thinking about how you can be an active citizen throughout your life, whether that's working in a particular field, voting a certain way, giving your time and money, because you are our future. And as we move through difficult times like this, I know that I draw hope from all of you and everything that you do. So thank you so much once again. And thank you for allowing me to be part of your special celebration today.
Thank you, Katie. We appreciate seeing you, hearing you, and also spending time with you. And Lydia Martinez, the Assistant Superintendent of Springfield Public Schools. Are you on the line yet?
I am Latonia. Good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here with you guys today on this virtual celebration, which is actually becoming our norm. And so for us at Springfield Public Schools, we really want to thank you for everything that you've done for our city, our children, for all the site coordinators that are working with you. We know that when we went out on March 12th, you guys were definitely on our radar. We were wondering how we were all going to do this. So it wasn't just about the students and the teachers and the Springfield Public Schools employees. It was all our partners, and you guys are inclusive in that. I've had the honor and the pleasure of working with the AmeriCorps since 2012. And it's been quite the great journey, because every year we just get a bunch of different diverse individuals that come into our schools to help our students and our schools. And it's just so awesome to see you guys and so great to have you. I wish I could see all of you on my screen right now, because some of you I never got to meet. And so with that being said, we just want to say on behalf of the Springfield Public Schools, the city of Springfield, and everyone of our family in Springfield Public Schools, thank you for everything you did, for everything you're about to do, because remember, this is just the beginning of the next phase of your lives. And so I hope to see you guys out there really helping children. And again, thank you. Have a blessed summer. Stay safe. And remember us when you leave. We'll always be here for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Lydia. And we appreciate your kind words, and we appreciate working with you as well. Anytime we have an issue, anytime we have excitement or something positive that's happening, you're always the one we're able to connect with immediately and make sure that all that information is funneled through the system. So thank you so much for what you do as well. And Gianna Allentuck, our adjustment counselor and site supervisor, who also is a very, very good friend of mine. Gianna, what would you like to say today?
So I too just want to say thank you to Springfield College, Springfield Public Schools, Massachusetts Service Alliance for allowing us, my school, Brookings. Thanks again to Assistant Superintendent Martinez. Brookings was one of the first, I think the first AmeriCorps recipient. So we've been blessed for those 8 years just to have members coming in and 4 members, 3 members, 2 members, this year, 1 member. And each time it is just such a blessing is the only word I can just keep thinking of, because each member brings a unique experience, unique questions, and just, a different way of thinking and perspective. And it has just made such a difference for our children, for, the staff and the teachers and all of the educators in the building. and in the community, because especially with the last couple of years with the service projects and the community service projects, and and Allie B, I know she's on here, and just a huge shout out to Allie B, our AmeriCorps member, because she did this fantastic community resource fair this past fall, and it was just wonderful. Parents and educators and everybody just kind of getting together and learning more about Brookings and about AmeriCorps. But just again, it's just been a real, sorry to keep using the word, but just a blessing, to have the leadership that we have in Springfield Public Schools with, again, our superintendent, assistant, and the leaders. Our principal, Mrs. Terry Poe, is just, beyond welcoming. And I think it's a nice feeling when AmeriCorps members are with us and they're part of our family. They're not just another person. Oh, hey, they can go do that. They're AmeriCorps members, but they really become a part of our family and our fabric. And we just are very fortunate and appreciative. So good luck to everybody who's moving on from AmeriCorps. And like Assistant Superintendent said, you know what, like, come back and volunteer, come back and visit, or get a job with Springfield Public Schools, because we love you.
Yes, thank you so much. And you're so right. I mean, and I have to say kudos also to Dr. Johnson and to our superintendent and all of the principals and all of the administrators and supervisors who are with us today, but also who have been with us for this year and even prior years. Many of our supervisors have been with us for years. And so we just appreciate your commitment to our programming and our partnership. And we also are just appreciative of the fact that you make it so easy for us to do what we do. So thank you again. And at this time, we're going to ask Aaron if he would have a few words representing the Corps, or whatever he wants to do. You get your whatever you want to do. You can show us your cereal wall, whatever.
I appreciate that. Unfortunately, I'm not in Springfield right now, so I can't show you my glamorous cereal wall. But to kind of give you a little take on it, everyone, it's pretty much. He does
have an Instagram. You can follow him.
Yeah, you can.
What's your Instagram again?
It's happy.time.cereal. It's a page.
You gotta put that in the chat too after, so folks can follow you. I follow you, and I think it's so great.
Yeah, constant reviews. I can. I hope my claim to fame. When I have kids that are on, they're like, "Wow, Dad, like you just tasted cereals for a living, and that's where you are." I'm like, "Yeah, that's what I wanted to do," and it helped you go to college, and that's it. So no, I'm kidding. Yeah, no, I really appreciate it, and I want to first thank everyone, current members, Latonia, Muriel, and our distinguished guests for being such great supports during these tough times, especially in the past year. I'm honored to have been selected to have the opportunity to speak to you all today. However, it's not about me. It never has been, and it never will. And that's how it should be.
Right.
That's what it means to be of service. Being an AmeriCorps member means being a servant leader. We serve and support an education system that many people stopped believing in. But we didn't stop believing in the children, the teachers, and community partners. And now more than ever, people need something to believe in. We help students every day to have something to believe in, to have just one adult who believes that can be something more, something greater than they are. We challenge and are challenged every single day. Nothing ever worthwhile came easy, just like being an AmeriCorps member. Many of you wonder why sometimes things are difficult and overwhelming while being a leader in AmeriCorps. The long school days, the mini cry sessions you have because you wonder if you're doing the right thing. Shout out to Ben and Jerry for getting me through some crazy times. Two amazing human beings right there. You're constantly thinking about whether or not the student in front of you is going to give you a chance to talk to them. You've probably had students walk away from you and heard some negative remarks. Chances are you are trying your absolute best to make something out of something so small, a tiny speck. You are constantly building up the self-esteem, mental, social, and emotional aspects of everyone around you. It can be draining. That's a sign you're doing the right thing. You're committing yourself to something bigger than you. That's what it's all about. It's not easy. It never will be, because you're trying. I'm briefly going to talk about a student of mine that I worked with. His name is DJ. A student who would have been considered at risk, or who would be considered at risk. She probably would have scored high on the ACEs exam, which is the Adverse Childhood Experiences exam, the assessment on childhood trauma. She never believed in an adult. She stated that she hasn't had anyone at home to believe in her. She was defiant and did what she wanted on her own terms. I think all of you can name at least one student who probably fits in that same boat. While building our relationship, she trusted me because I was the one constant support. I stood by her during the times where she would just walk away from me. She told me that I wouldn't be able to help her. I walk away when times got tough. I would walk away when times got tough, just like everyone else. But I listened to her. Showed her I wasn't going to stop supporting her. I was present in her classes. I gave her time, but I never showed her I stopped caring. She started opening up to me about 2 to 3 months into the school year about all of her childhood experiences. I wondered how someone her age could experience so much pain. I remember her questioning why she's even telling me what she is saying. Like, why am I saying this to you, Mr. Police? Since then, she's improved her grades and has aspirations of excelling next year as an 8th grader. Remember, at the end of the day, it'll never be about you. It never was. Keep being a member, a servant leader for the DJs in the world. The people who believe their cards are stacked against them. The people who struggle every day and just want one person in their life to believe in them. You are the person that brings out the best of them. You are an AmeriCorps member. Be well, take care, keep serving, stay safe.
Thank you, Aaron. That was awesome. I told you all he wasn't going to be without something impactful to say. Thank you, Aaron, so much. Literally, he found out yesterday that he was nominated because we thought we sent out, this whole online stuff is really wonky sometimes. And we thought we sent the link out. We created it last week and we forgot to send it out. So we didn't send it out until Wednesday, and we got all the info back and told him yesterday. And he was ready to go. So thank you so much, Aaron. We appreciate it. And now we're gonna get into another part of the presentation. We want you to meet our members. And so we had some fabulous members. This is a picture from the very beginning. Again, thank you, Damon. Damon came and took this photo. Every year he takes a fabulous group photo of our members. And the first one, of course, is Aaron. So Aaron, thank you so much. You're from Parsippany, New Jersey, and you wanted to apply to learn in the classroom what real world application was all about. And I hope that you were able to do that. Your personal goals were to have sessions that go outside the norm of just sitting. Hopefully it can be while playing an activity like basketball or walking. And you love to cliff jump, which I'm not surprised at all. And you totally should have put in a serial thing.
I should have, yeah. It's actually funny. I put the fun fact is cliff jumping, complete vulnerability. I actually am afraid of falling. I love heights, but I hate falling. So something I do to challenge myself every year is to legally go cliff jumping. Legally.
Nice. Thank you, Aaron. And Karlina Evans is from Bloomfield, Connecticut. Yay! She says she joined AmeriCorps because she sees it as an opportunity to make a positive impact in the lives of children and families. And her personal goal was to be a licensed clinical social worker. And she's currently working on her MSW. Fun fact, she's an artist and she draws and paints portraits. And so, Karlina, when I call your name, if you want to jump on and say something really quick, 5 to 10 seconds, then feel free to do so. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. No pressure. Okay? Our next member is Carly Russo. Carly is from Chicopee, Mass. And Carly wanted to be an AmeriCorps member because it has a great mission and allows her to give back to the community. Her personal goals are I think she meant MSW, and obtain my LICSW in order to work as an adjustment counselor in a middle school. And she's been working with children and adolescents for the past 5 years and never stopped learning from them. Thank you, Carly. Damaya, I never say your last name right, so I'm going to attempt again. Core, and you are from Almont, New York. Damaya. Damaya is very people-oriented and loves to put others before himself. His personal goal His personal goal is to earn a bachelor's degree in public health, and he's the eldest of 6 siblings. You are like me, I have 6 siblings. Thank you, Damaya.
I grew up in Elmont. What high school did you go to?
The Maya, I seen you. So
Edimires. Yeah, what high school did you go to? He'll chat with me later.
He will. Because I did see him on here. He might have,
Yeah.
something might have happened, but we will chat later. Jarrea Kane Cooper. Yes. Jarrea is the daughter of a friend of mine. And so I've known her for a very long time. And she is from Buffalo, New York. And she believes in making a difference and being involved in the community, the local community, while still making a difference and connecting with youth. Her personal goal is to move to Virginia. I hope he changed his mind on that. Go to graduate school, earn her master's degree in criminal justice, and become a juvenile criminal investigator. Fun fact, she's a lifeguard, but now she hates getting wet. Thank you, Algeria. Gabby Harris. Gabby is the member that lives the furthest. She is from Wasilla, Alaska, and she wants to be able to share her experience with others and to help continue on making a positive impact. Her personal goals is to graduate with her master's degree in social work, and she is a Promise Award scholar. Thank you, Gabby. George Kelly. George is from Roxbury, Mass, and he chose AmeriCorps to help uplift others and gain skills. His personal goals is to get better at time management, and he loves to cut his own hair. You go, George. Jarrea Washington is from Springfield, Mass, and she would love to be an educator who leaves a positive mark on students. She is phenomenal with young people and teaching, and she doesn't look that old herself. So when she walks in the classroom, you get like, okay, who's this young lady? But she has a lot of skills in education, and I'm so proud of her and to know her. Her personal goals is to plan on growing within the educational world, moving forward, and hopefully owning her own daycare center. And fun fact, she has an early education and care certification. Thank you, Jarrea. Grace Nymphos is from Wilbraham, Massachusetts. She wanted to join AmeriCorps because she wanted to gain more experience making a difference in the community. Her personal goal is she hopes to become a school counselor in the future and make a difference in a child's life. And she has never broken a bone. I have recently, so now that is not something I can say. Grace is amazing as well, and I'm so looking forward to her becoming a school counselor and hopefully in our district. Thank you, Grace. Grace Tice. We had a lot of Graces and a lot of Paiges this year. Grace is from Simsbury, Connecticut, and she chose AmeriCorps because she really wanted to gain experience in a school with the youth and getting more exposure to being in a school. Her personal goal, she wanted to learn from students and have them challenge her along the way while being herself and able to challenge them and learn and grow. Her fun fact, she's been riding horses since she was 5 years old. And she has 2 of her own horses named Monroe and Stu. That is so awesome, Grace. Thank you for sharing, and thank you for all that you've done for us. And next we have Edamaris Vega. Edamaris is from Springfield, Mass. And I love Edamaris. Edamaris is, I call her like a quiet, not assassin, because that's not the right thing, but she is so quiet, but she gets the job done, and she's very effective in what she does. And so, Edamaris chose AmeriCorps because she wanted to further her passion to coach youth who have struggles in the home, school, or community by providing support services to address daily living, social, and communication needs. Her personal goal was to graduate with her master's degree in social work. Fun fact, she graduated cum laude with a Bachelor of Science in Human Services from Springfield College. Thank you, Edamaris. Continue doing what you do.
Thank you.
Jasmine Ragapal. Jasmine is from Ravenna, New York. She chose AmeriCorps because she wanted to gain a more personal experience in the fields of education. Her personal goals were to become more outgoing and connect with kids on a deeper level. Fun fact, she has a cat named Cal that is 1 year old. Thank you, Jasmine, for all that you do. Phenomenal, lot of energy. Thank you so much. Johnny. I always say your last name incorrectly as well, so please forgive me. Johnny Poitras. He's from Somers, Connecticut. Why AmeriCorps? He enjoys learning from others and being able to build connections. His personal goal, he wants to learn more things about himself that he didn't know before. And fun fact, he's ran a marathon in Hartford, Connecticut before. Johnny has energy for days. And I love Johnny's positivity that he brings. My daughter goes to Duggan, actually, she's going to be leaving. She's in 8th grade. She said, yeah, he sits in a class and he has a glow. He just smiles and it's just a joy to be around him. So thank you, Johnny, for what you do and all that you bring to our Corps. Julissa Correa. Julissa is from Springfield, Mass. And why AmeriCorps? AmeriCorps affords me the chance to make a difference in a community that she is so passionate about. Personal goals, she wants to be a better person, so she's going to be intentional about finding ways to be kind. Fun fact, she is a reverse mortgage counselor. Julissa has done AmeriCorps for the past 3 years at Jarrea, and this would have been her last year, and she opted to suspend her service so that she can continue and be in the building next year. So she is planning to finish out next year. We love having her, and she's an inspiration to everybody that works with her and loves working with kids. Thank you, Julissa. Next, we have Juwan Collins. Juwan is from Springfield, Mass. And why AmeriCorps? He wants to build connections. His personal goals are to coach and work in the Springfield Public Schools. He wants to reach youth where they are, be a strong Black role model for Springfield's young men and women, and help to be a voice. Fun fact, he's had 6 jobs his freshman year to get through college. Not surprised. He works, does whatever it is that he needs to do to get the job done. Thank you, Juwan. Kyla Campbell, she's from Bloomfield, Connecticut. And I know Gianna knows her very well, working with Project Hello and some of the other things that she's been able to accomplish, and being at White Street, where one of my daughters is going to be leaving. She's in 5th grade. And has been a pleasure there. So why AmeriCorps is something that she's interested in. The programs that AmeriCorps offers are the perfect experience for her career field. Personal goals to connect with students and gain new skills. Fun fact, she loves to knit and bake in her free time, travel often, and enjoys food. Guess what, Kyla? You are not alone. I enjoy food too. Thank you so much, Kyla.
You rock, Kyla.
Marielle Alvo. Marielle is from El Paso, Texas. Why AmeriCorps? She believes in the importance of supporting our youth. Her personal goals is to continue serving the Springfield community. Fun fact, this is her 3rd year serving as an SC AmeriCorps member. I was going to say that, but I knew she had it on her fun fact. She's also, her and Julissa came in around the same time, and she's continued to serve. And she also now is working with Worcester State University, mentoring students and whatnot in our college. In our early college programs for commerce. So thank you, Marielle, for all that you do. And thank you so much for continuing to work with us and be a part of our program. Paige Kuchar. Paige is from Springfield, Mass, by way of Chicopee, because I dropped something off to you, so I know that you're in Chicopee now. And why AmeriCorps? To explore position in the schools and to learn how to support students in the academic setting. Your personal goals is that you want to know every day that you did what you could with the knowledge that you had. And your fun fact, you love to find free, well-loved furniture and repurpose it. That is phenomenal. You're very creative and you're doing such a phenomenal job. And thank you also for your support with the sewing and the face masks. We love what you're doing and keep up the good work. And SciTech, you've been a pleasure, and so thank you. Next, we have Paige Hebert. I told y'all we had a lot of Pages and Graces. So Paige Hebert is from Enfield, Connecticut, and she wants to make a positive impact on the lives of high school students. Her personal goals are to become a high school counselor. And fun fact, she's an only child. Thank you, Paige. Again, another person with a lot of positive energy and loves what she does. Thank you so much for serving with us this year. Paris Ortiz from Springfield, Mass. Paris is serving in a high school capacity. Has brought her great joy in seeing the students rise from their challenges and go on to college. Her personal goals is to be a role model and face and a face that that a child can look up to when it comes to having positive mentors. Her fun fact is to have her Master's of Science in Organizational and Leadership from Springfield College. Thank you, Paris, for everything that you do. She's a returning member as well, and we do appreciate you. Kiana Copeland from Bloomfield, Connecticut. She has chosen to do AmeriCorps because she will be able to help turn around some lives, or at least assist children or individuals with gaining skills. Her personal goal is to become a social worker, either in the school system or for domestic violence or human sex trafficking victims. Her fun fact, her childhood dream was to be a teacher. Thank you, Kiana. I don't think you were able to join us today, but our prayers and thoughts are with you, and we definitely appreciate everything that you've been able to do. Rachel Silk is from Wilbraham, Mass. Thank you, Rachel. She chose AmeriCorps because she wants to better the communities and make a difference. Personal goals are to work in a school or hospital as a licensed clinical mental health counselor. Fun fact, she's never been out of the country. And she's also a huge Harry Potter fan. Thank you, Rachel. Rachel has a lot of positive energy too. I love her. And Sabrina Williams. We all love Sabrina. Sabrina is from Hartford, Connecticut. Why AmeriCorps? It allows her to get her hands, and it allows her to get hands-on experience for her future goals. Personal goals: be the first person in her family to graduate from college, go to law school, do volunteer work at a place that focuses on social justice. And fun fact, her first language is Spanish. Thank you, Sabrina. You are inspiration to all who know you and the children at the alternative school that you've been serving. Greatly, greatly appreciate all of your dedication. So keep up the good work, Sabrina. Thank you. Sarah Willette is from East Windsor, Connecticut. Why AmeriCorps provides the opportunity to make a lasting impact on the lives of students, serve the community, and gain professional experience. Personal goals: complete her master's degree in school counseling, gain leadership experience, and facilitate positive change in the lives of the children that she works with. Fun fact, when she was 10 years old, she had the opportunity to be on set for the part of the filming process for the movie College Road Trip. Thank you, Sarah, so much. We appreciate you. And I think you've superseded your hours. And I just want to say thank you again for your dedication and for your support. Tarette Lowe, she is from Springfield, Mass. Why AmeriCorps? She likes being able to help out the community. Our personal goals: learn more about community help and gain greater leadership skills. Fun fact, she likes making people feel better about themselves. Thank you, Tarette. She is one of our members who has served at one of our community sites, and we just appreciate all that she does and her love for the community. Thank you. Taikiko Gomez. She is from Springfield, Mass, and also somebody that I've known for a very long time. Why AmeriCorps? She wanted to motivate our future generation with great ideas. Her personal goals: she wants to continue being an active local community member. Fun fact, she graduated from Commerce High School. Thank you, Taikiko. The energy and the unique manner in which you're able to build relationship with students has been acknowledged and definitely appreciated at Forest Park. So thank you. So that was exciting, right? But guess what? We're still not done. We're almost done acknowledging our members, but we absolutely could not acknowledge our members without making sure that you all were aware of those that are graduating on this year. So we are very proud of these members who are graduating from either undergraduate program or graduate program. So first we have Gabby Bagala. Gabby is from Gorham, Maine, and she chose AmeriCorps to offer assistance and support to the children of the community. I have to move my little thing here so I can read. She wants to her personal goal is to graduate with her master's in school counseling. Fun fact, this is her second year serving as an AmeriCorps member, and she is amazing. Master's of Education in School Counseling. Thank you, Gabby. Next, we have Allie B Ali Baranasquez. Gianna is going crazy. If she wasn't on mute, you would hear her screaming. She's from South Windsor, Connecticut. Why AmeriCorps? She loves working with the Springfield community and helping others. Her goals are to grow and develop, improve her skills in working with others, build more connections with the Springfield community, and gain more experience in working in the Springfield Public Schools. Fun fact, she's volunteered on a Native American reservation twice for 2 months at a time. I am not surprised. Congratulations, Abby, on your Bachelor's of Science in Health Science with a concentration in occupational therapy. You rock.
Love you.
Next, we have Monet Bradley from Colorado Springs, Colorado. I made it to Colorado for the first time 2 years ago. I loved it. Why AmeriCorps? She loves the idea of servanthood to others. And personal goals, she wants to think more outside the box. Fun fact, she loves to travel. Congratulations, Monet, on your master's in social work. And Marcelino Diaz, Hartford, Connecticut is his hometown, and he chose AmeriCorps. The growth of our future begins with youth, and that's what he believes. His personal goals, he hopes to be able to give back to his community and inspire the youth in a positive way. Fun fact, he's never been in trouble in school. The most trouble he's gotten in was in lunch detention for being late. All right now, Marcelino, he has graduated with his Bachelor's of Science in Criminal Justice. Congratulations. Thank you for being an inspiration to our young people and just advocate on campus, somebody who's very present and a voice in the community. Thank you. Next, we want to congratulate Ken Fagan, who's from Longmeadow, Mass. Why did he choose AmeriCorps? To continue learning the ins and outs of being a school counselor and keep working with the students that he formed a bond with last year. He served at SciTech for 2 years in a row, so thank you, Ken. His personal goal is to work in a high school and be part of a community. Fun fact, he's built a computer from scratch several times. Not surprised, he's smart as a whip. Congratulations, Ken, on your Master's of Education in School Counseling. We love your commitment to the program and to our students in Springfield. Next, we have Julia Ferrero. Julia is from Wilmington, Mass. She chose AmeriCorps to gain more experience in the schools. Her personal goal, build relationships with students, have a better understanding of the college process, observe the dynamics between staff members, and her fun fact, she loves to play, or she didn't say she loves to, but I'm assuming. She plays the ukulele. Congratulations, Julia, on your Master's of Education and School Counseling. We love having you in the program, and we are so proud of you for your accomplishment. Next, we have Jocelyn Fumo. Jocelyn is another Harenaite. She is from Marlborough, Mass, and she chose AmeriCorps to develop and enhance her abilities. She wanted to grow and expand her experiences. Personal goals, to be a light for people in the dark. Fun fact, she received an art award from the Boston Globe for 2 of her creations. One received a gold sticker and the second one, silver sticker. Good for you. Congratulations, Jocelyn. And congratulations on your Master's in Social Work. We are proud of you, and we're so happy that we got to know you this year. Next, we have Molly Glenn. Molly is from Canton, Connecticut. I wanted to show the other video with Molly in it too, but it was a little longer. But she's amazing. Molly is from Canton, Connecticut. Why AmeriCorps? She wanted to help make a difference in a youth's life. Personal goals, to become a social work professor. And fun fact, she knows sign language. Congratulations on your Master's in Social Work, Molly. Alexandra Irizarry, she is from, I'm not gonna mess this up, Bayamon, Puerto Rico. She is chose AmeriCorps because she believed that she can help and give back to the community that has helped her by being a counselor, to be the counselor that she is today. And so her personal goal is to earn a master's degree in clinical mental health. Her fun fact, she played on Norfolk State University's Division I women's volleyball team during her undergraduate years. Thank you so much, Alex, for all that you bring to the program and continue to do. And congratulations on your Master's of Science in Clinical Mental Health Counseling. Devin Casper, she's from East Hampton, Mass. Why did she choose AmeriCorps? To contribute to her community while being a part of it. Personal goals, become an awesome occupational therapist, work in a correctional setting, and travel the world. Fun fact, she studied abroad in Florence, Italy, and she's been skydiving. And congratulations, Devin. We thank you for serving at Indian Orchard, and congratulations on your Master's of Science in Occupational Therapy. Nicole Marquez. I always want to remember, I think it's Marks. That's what it is, Nicole Marks. Because I always want to say it one way, then you remind me of how it is. And you are from hometown, Ellington, Connecticut. And why AmeriCorps? You chose to serve with AmeriCorps again, to continue to gain experience professionally and engage in the Springfield community. Your personal goals, to become a middle school counselor. Fun fact, this is your second year with the AmeriCorps. Thank you so much. And we have a little joke, swiping, no swiping. She knows what that means. Masters of Education in School Counseling is what you saw and you obtained. Congratulations, and thank you for all that you've been doing at Kyla. And Catherine Murillo from Windsor, Connecticut. Why did she choose AmeriCorps? She enjoys working with kids and wanted to be a part of a program that stays involved in the community and that is making a difference. Her personal goals, she hopes to graduate in May as well as to get a job in her field. And fun fact, she loves Marvel movies. I do too, Kat. Thank you for sharing that love with me. Congratulations on your Bachelor's of Science in Criminal Justice and Sociology with a minor in Psychology. I think we're almost there. Demesis Negron Figueroa, thank you. Coming from Ponce, Puerto Rico. Why did you choose AmeriCorps? To gain more knowledge on working with different individuals with different backgrounds and to develop a better understanding. Personal goals, to become a superintendent and to open your own organization that provides services to family and youth from urban communities. Your fun fact, you assisted and was part of the first student cast of the off-Broadway play called Yo Soy Latina. You only had 3 weeks to learn your lines as one of the main protagonists. Congratulations, Demesis. I'm not surprised. You are awesome. And congratulations on your master's in social work. Carrie Payton, hometown is Russell, Mass. Why did she choose AmeriCorps? To positively impact her students and become a staple in the educational system. Her personal goals, to gain more experience, positively impact the community, graduate, and get a job ASAP. Fun fact, she recently just got certified to coach CrossFit at her gym. Congratulations, Carrie, on your Master's of Education and School Counseling. You are phenomenal, and we thank you for all that you do. Ricky Preston. Thank you, Ricky, for serving with us on this year. Ricky is from Boston, Mass. Why did he choose AmeriCorps? He feels like he has a lot to offer to youth. Personal goals, being able to inspire and reach students. Fun fact, he ran track for 4 years in high school. Congratulations on your Bachelor's of Science in Health Science with a minor in Social Justice. And Javon Smith. Javon Smith is from Bristol, Connecticut. Why AmeriCorps? It gives him the opportunity to continue mentoring, tutoring, and supporting youth. His personal goals in the future, he would like to travel the world and teach English and teach the English language. And fun fact, he ran for American International College's men's track and field sports team. Thank you, Javon, and congratulations on your Bachelor's of Arts in Psychology and Sociology with a minor in Education. And Asia Spears is from Middletown, Connecticut. Why AmeriCorps? She chose because she wanted to gain the experience of helping kids while learning from them at the same time. Her personal goals, obtain a degree in communications and start a career in her field. Fun fact, she loves to watch the same shows over and over again, and you are not alone because I do too. Thank you, Asia, for your energy that you bring and your learning. And also congratulations on your Bachelor's of Science in Communications and Sports Journalism. And last but not least is Shanika Young. Shanika is from Springfield, Mass. Why did she choose AmeriCorps? To gain more experience working with the public school populations. Personal goals, to secure a job as a school adjustment counselor or mental health professional or counselor. Her fun fact, she is a member of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. And I think I have somebody else online. I don't want to call out and be wrong. So. I didn't want to mess it up, but I thought so.
I didn't know if I was going to get muted if I tried to scream like a lunatic, so I waited till you were done saying what you had to say about her, and then I screamed like a lunatic.
Thank you, Emily. Thank you so much, Felicia. Congratulations, Shanika, on your Master's of Education and School Counseling.
It's clinical mental health.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I think that's the only one we messed up, so that's a good thing, right? Having 40-something people. Thank you so much, everyone. Keep up the great work. We appreciate everything that you're doing. Yes, thank you so much. And so at this time, a little bit delayed, but so much still appreciated. Kalisa, are you with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I was just enjoying and just in awe of everybody's accomplishment. So congratulations to all of you.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us. You've become one of my favorite people in the world. I think I've told you that a couple of times. And so I thank you for just taking the time out of your busy schedule to join us for a few minutes. As I mentioned, and I'm not sure if you heard earlier when I talked a bit about you, we've been making sure that our members get a copy of your Weeds and Seeds book now for the past couple of years. And it's something that we give them when they start. Because I just found it to be very important for members to understand the impact of what they say and what they do and how that affects the population that they serve. So I'm not going to talk too much. I've talked enough. I'm going to let you have a few encouraging words for our Corps and those that are listening.
Thank you so much, LaTanya. I don't even know what to say. I think just watching you all, I'm so just in awe and inspired by you and what you've chosen to do, how you've chosen to be in the service of others. And if you haven't listened to Martin Luther King's speech, it's called the Drum Major Effect. And he talks about how, one of the things that he loves about service is that you don't have to have a college education. You don't have to know the Pythagorean theorem. You don't have to understand what the quadratic, equation or your subjects and verbs. You don't have to be loquacious, but all you have to do is have a heart to serve. And it means that any one of you or any one of us, we can be great just by being in the service of others. And no greater love can we ever have for somebody else than to give of ourselves. And sometimes I think about in the work that I have been blessed and honored to go around and do. And I shared with some friends who are in the work and how much we give of ourselves. And I said, sometimes I just feel like I'm dying daily to myself in order to be in the service of others. But there's no greater love that you can have for somebody else than to sacrifice yourself. Not literally, but figuratively. You guys have given hours of your life, and people think you have to do these big, grandiose things to make a difference. But I want to say that I heard a story, and I'll wrap up with this. A couple years ago, college professor was on the first day of school, was going around, and he had this bucket of lollipops. This young lady was in line, and it was her first day of school. She'd never left home. I saw somebody's never left the country, right? So your first time going and doing something, you're a little bit apprehensive. And she had told her parents, I really don't want to go. And they said, can you please just give it a try? And so the young lady had made up in her mind, I'm going to come here, but I'm probably going to be home within the next couple of weeks. And the professor comes out and he gives everybody a lollipop, and he gets to her and he says, he gives it to the guy behind her, and he says, I want you to give her this lollipop. She's the most beautiful girl that I've ever seen. And so he gives her the lollipop. He'd given everybody a lollipop, and professor forgotten all about it. Well, a couple years later, the young lady gets in touch, sends a wedding invitation to the professor and says, you changed my life. The day you gave me that lollipop, it told me that I was special, that I could stay in school, that I could make it. And the young guy that you gave the lollipop to and told him to give it to me, we're getting married and we want you to come to our wedding. And he said he didn't even remember the day. And so I want you to remember, as you go into life, you'll have these lollipop moments. And we think that we want to change the world. And there's so many billions of people in the world that if you just change the world for one person, you've changed their world, because we have so many different perspectives. So don't look at things like this isn't big enough, this isn't grand enough, because for somebody, you have been a lollipop moment for them this year. And so continue to sow into the lives of others. I hope you got something out of the book Weeds and Seeds, but I want to encourage you. I just put out a new book called If I Could, Lessons for Navigating an Unjust World. Love it if you check that out. But I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Latanya. Latanya says that I'm one of her favorite people. She's one of mine. And I hope when life gets better, because I do want you to know that this too shall pass. And although we're in this really, really funky place in the world, just remember that, you know, everything you need to get through the storm, you'll get through the storm. But everything that you had before the storm, you might not be able to take it with you. But everything that matters, everything that's good, everything that's great will be with you on the other side of this storm. And so that's love, your family, all the things that really matter. And so again, thank you. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I appreciate you allowing me to take a few moments to speak, and I hope you got something from it. God bless you guys.
I know I did. Thank you so much. I love to hear you speak. You always bring some level of wisdom when you talk, and I appreciate that. I enjoy reading your work and your articles. Kalisa always has articles posted in Education Post, so almost every week I think I see an article from Kalisa. But it's really powerful stuff that you're saying, and I'm just thankful that you are allowing your gift to be an operation for all of us to enjoy. So have a wonderful rest of your day, and thank you for joining us for the time that you were able to give us. And so now that we've coming to the closure of our program, we have to acknowledge some of our leaders, and this is what I call it, called Leadership in Motion honorees. We want to send a special thank you to the members who have gone over and beyond. And before I get into this, I have to say shout out to Dr. Cumming McCann. I'm sorry, Allison, if I messed it up, but thank you. And also thank you to Dr. Fisher, because if it weren't for your students from social work and counseling, we would probably have a lot less students that are able to go out and serve. So thank you so much for what you do. To the members who have gone over and beyond, they do not know about this. So Leadership in Motion, Aaron Felice, for your outreach and engagement, we want to say thank you, because you have been the epitome of just passion and love for people in general, but also for our kids. And I know at Chestnut Academy, they loved having you there. So thank you. Leadership in Motion, Demesis Negron Figueroa. Thank you for your dedication and advocacy. Demesis has been one of those, like, we need to do this, we need to do that. How about this? How about that? Let me do this, let me do that. Every time I turn around, and as busy as she is, she has made sure that she has kept AmeriCorps and as much of a priority as it was for her to graduate and do all those other phenomenal things that she's been able to do. So thank you, Demesis, for your leadership in motion. Another leadership in motion, of course, Allie B. Allie B, for your community and family engagement. You have, again, and it's so funny, I didn't notice it until I saw this picture that my children are in this picture. So the two little cutie pies at the bottom left side, on my screen at the bottom left side, they are my kids, and Allie and Gianna were working on a project, and they were like, we need kids. And so I was able to get them two of mine. And most people know I have 4 children, and so they were like, okay, whatever. And so thank you, Allie, for your dedication to community and family engagement. Allie! And another leadership in motion is Gabby Bagala for your, we could not come, we were like, what are we gonna call this? Most determined. Gabby came in like in November, and she was like, I want to do 900 hours. And we're like, are you sure you're going to be able to do 900 hours coming in November? She's like, yeah, I'm confident. I'll make my goal. She has gone past 900 hours and she's still going. So thank you, Gabby, for your determination to get to your goal and exceed your goal. You are awesome, and we loved having you for a second year. And I think you were at Putnam, where one of my oldest is. Another leadership in motion, Shanika Young. Thank you so much, Shanika, for your continued and community dedication. As you see, she has her face mask on. She's been very much involved in the community, helping with the food site, the emergency meal site distributions that are happening at Colonial Estates, and working with the Gray House downtown, and also her work just in general, just always there. Every time I look, she's there, ready and willing to help do something. So thank you, Shanika, for your continued and community dedication. And I forgot to say this in the very beginning. We couldn't honor all of our members, of course. All of you are great, but we just had to pick out some that we knew had gone over and beyond in certain categories. Juwan Collins is another. Leadership in Motion, thank you for your continued and community dedication. Juwan is another one who's there helping with the emergency meal site. He's like, no, I'm going to do this until you tell me I have to stop. And so thank you, Juwan, for your commitment to the community and your commitment to our service. Sabrina Williams, Leadership in Motion, for your continued and community dedication. Sabrina was like, I got to figure out what I need to do, and I'm going to keep doing it. And she has been just actively helping the school. This is her helping the garden, because as you can see, when the kids were gone for a few weeks, the garden started to get pretty ugly. So she went back to the garden and was able to get some work done. And I'm pretty sure this is a before picture, not an after. But thank you so much, Sabrina, for your continued service and the work that you do. Now these are what we call Team Awesome. So Leadership in Motion, Monet Bradley, she's at Kennedy, and Monet has gone over beyond her 900 hours service and still going. And I got to say something about her and the other folks I'm about to mention at the very end. Another Team Awesome member, Leadership in Motion, is Carly Russo. Carly, thank you so much again, too. You got to your 900, surpassed it, and still going on. Thank you for the work that you do and always volunteering to help in whatever way you can. And last but not least, Molly Glenn, Leadership in Motion, Team Awesome. So these three ladies have been, and let me say something about Molly before I talk about all three of them. Molly has, again, gone over and beyond. So my mask that I had on in the video that you saw, her and her mom did those masks. They put the little Springfield College, emblem, or what she knows the proper name for it, I don't. But she put that on there and everything, and made them for President Cooper, Dr. Hill, and some others of us were able to get some of those. And so thank you, Molly, for your commitment to service. And again, another person who has gone way beyond her 900-hour minimum. The reason why we call them Team Awesome is they're all at the same site. They're all at Kennedy. I don't know if Rainey is still on. Rainey, are you still on?
Yes, I am.
Did you want to say anything about your Team Awesome?
Oh God, where do I start? They are awesome. They're simply amazing. They jumped right in the beginning. We couldn't give them enough. They wanted to get so involved with the students. They were in their classrooms with them. They reached out to families. And then when this pandemic hit, they didn't miss a beat. For them, it was not even a question of continuing their service. They basically said, what can we do? How can we do it? So they are simply incredible.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to just say thank you to you, Rainey. I sent you an email because I have somebody that wants to talk to you about what you've been able to do. I thank you all for your just bearing with me. I did go a few minutes over our 3 o'clock time frame, but I thank you for bearing with us and helping us to really acknowledge our members. We greatly, greatly appreciate it. Before I go through this slide, this will be the last slide. I just wanted to let everybody know that we are sending out Presidential Service Awards. So all of our supervisors, all of our members will receive Presidential Service Awards, but we knew we wouldn't have them mailed to you by today. So you will get them over the next couple of weeks, and we'll be verifying addresses to send them to if you rather them go to the school or be sent directly to your home. But we definitely want to tell you that we appreciate each and every one of you who have supervised our members and each and every one of you who have served on this year. We have 48 members in total this year, and it was just a phenomenal year, and we are already recruiting. So I'm going into my next steps. Recruitment for 2021 is underway, it's happening now. If you know of anyone who wants to volunteer or be a part of AmeriCorps, please direct them to our website. If you yourself want to reapply, please make sure that you use this link. And supervisors, you may know other people from other internships or what have you that might be good fits for our program. It's not only open to Springfield College students, even though the majority of our members are students from Springfield College. Also, host sites, you will be receiving a survey within the next week at least, which will require some of your input, and it won't be due next week. We'll get it next week, and we'll give you some time to converse with your administrators and whatnot, because we want to talk about what next year looks like. As we all know, this is an unprecedented time, but our members will be ready and willing to serve come fall. So we want to talk about how that happens, whether it's some type of scaffolded approach or what have you. And so we need your input to be able to make the best decision for that. Also, virtual goodbyes from our members and even our supervisors, if you are so willing. We would like to have some type of virtual goodbye at some point. Members will begin exiting next week, but we want to make sure that you have some closure. So if you have not yet been able to have that closure, we want to give you the opportunity to start thinking about that. But our members, we're asking you to do a video to your students that your site can provide to your students whenever they get a chance to connect with the students again, if they haven't been able to yet. And last but not least, these things will need to be completed before you exit the program. So thank you, everybody. We appreciate you all. I'm not going to hang up yet, just in case there's anybody that wants to say anything or anybody that wants to have words. But as you can see, we're saying thank you in so many different ways because we really appreciate everything that you all do and you bring to this program. And we couldn't have done it without you.